Ladies and gentlemen, Capcom has done it again. They decided, you know what, let's randomly drop a gameplay trailer in the morning so that me, as a fighting game content creator, will have to do it after they get off of work. But nonetheless, let us go ahead into the most important aspect here. We have the Sea Viper gameplay trailer, and let's just take a look and see what Capcom has cooked up here. Okay.
Workaholic Director of Siren Holdings Research and Development Department. Grace Hill is nothing but a cover story. Crimson Viper. My code name.
Sick. Alright. She's looking like a baddie in that costume, of course. Alright. Already, she keeps the feint. And she has the super jump. Very surprising. She has the overhead, so overhead drive rush. Alright. Her throw, I'll talk about that throw later on. She can go under fireballs with the Thunder Knuckles, and she has the burn kick shenanigans. Oh my god, going over fireballs, going over any wake up normals, and like messing up the timing. Okay, classic. Ooh, armor on that charged Thunder Knuckle? Okay, drive rush into medium kick. So I'm assuming that she also doesn't have a drive rush or low forward drive rush as well?
Let's rock.
Seismo going under fireball. And she has some feint cancel combos still. Insane. Alrighty. She still has a lot of her feint cancel combos going.
I hate to admit, you're not half bad. Even messed up my makeup.
Okay, Capcom. We see you. We see what you're doing here. All right, so we'll go more deeply into what exactly was going on in that gameplay trailer. But at least first impressions go, I am pretty surprised at how much Capcom retained a lot of the aspects of Sea Viper from her Street Fighter 4 incarnation into Street Fighter 6. If you saw my video on what I predict Sea Viper would play like, one of the things that I was pretty sure that they would not keep were either the feint cancel combo stuff and, of course, her super jump. If at all they were going to keep the super jump, it would be attached to some sort of special move. But it seems like in that trailer, it might actually just be the same old super jump that, what is it, that you would do, which is the down-up input. So let's, again, just kind of go and break it down here, frame by frame, exactly what's going on in that gameplay trailer. So again, right, immediate feint out of her Seismo, or it could have been her Thunder Knuckle, who knows, and then immediate jump, with the super jump into a cross-up, right? And then, as you see here, so the crouching medium kick is a little bit of like a question mark for me, because as you saw, at least later down the line in the trailer, right, the Sea Viper, they went into drive rush and a crouching medium kick. So initially I thought that, they don't have a, like a crouching forward that cancels a drive rush. But the crouching forward in this example was canceled into the super jump. So possibly is that super jump is, you're able to cancel into super jump from almost any normal, practically. She still doesn't have a low forward drive rush. So And then, of course, overhead, drive rush overhead. So she basically does have the, she drive rushes in front of you and does like a 50-50 mix on either guess high or low, in those situations. Though I will say is that that's probably not going to be where her main offensive, oppression is going to be coming from. It's more than likely a lot of the shenanigans that she does with her feints and, of course, the burn kick. So. And then, as I was talking about the throw, the throw here, it looks like that she possibly pushes the opponent pretty far, and what my assumption is, too, is that similar to Sagat and Elena, Sea Viper probably doesn't have throw loops. But it goes under the fireball, and she has a follow-up attached to it, it looks like. That might be the drive bar, additional aspect to it, I believe. And then, of course, burn kick shenanigans. You see the Ed here on wake up, tries to go for some sort of button, and the thing is that oh no, he went for grab. So Sea Viper here, knowing that they're probably going to immediately tech or delay tech, maybe they do burn kick, and it's going to be the same thing with the projectile with Ed, and of course trying to anti-air DP here for the Sea Viper. So it looks like with her burn kick, there's a lot of utility with it, right? Cross up, anti-air, and then she has this little armor move. So it looks like it's from either a stance or it's like a special, or possibly maybe like the feint. He needs to be held, like it needs to be charged up, similar to like Zangief's standing heavy punch, where you need to charge it up for a couple of frames before it has the armor property. So maybe it's in that respect. But again, she has that one hit of armor, and then she's able to immediately attack out of it. So as you see here, right, Sea Viper shimmies, punish counters, and then trying to extend the combo because they look pretty far away. She goes into this like feint cancel situation, and then follows it up with the combo. Okay, so we're in the little blurb here, and it looks like that there is some sort of resource attached to the high jump. It costs 1 bar of drive gauge. With forward dash, which provides an additional hit to burn kick lands if it's feeling extra hot. Both double burn kick uses 1 bar. Okay, so yeah, so she does basically use an extra bar of drive gauge to do these sort of special effects. Either the follow-up or the high jump. And then this one, it looks like it is a brand new move, so it's not like you hold feint into getting this sort of special armor property. It's essentially you use this new move. So from my initial impressions from Sea Viper here is that I believe for me what Capcom has shown is that she's a type of character that you have to actively engage in, if that makes sense. So if your plan against Viper is to hold down back, then that's not going to work. Of course, holding down back in this game can lead to some pretty horrendous results just because of the nature of, drive rush and people having low forward drive rush and all this kind of shenanigans. But, I suppose similar to some sort of respects like Blanca, right, where you have to kind of be awake, not asleep at the wheel, because he might do that kind of hop gimmicky kind of nonsense, right? Or he might do the command grab, or light Blanca ball, which of course whiffs and he goes for an immediate grab or something, or for the heavy Blanca ball, and so you kind of have to like be visually awake to kind of distinguish the two to act accordingly. Same thing with Viper, right? So like imagine yourself like in this sort of like maybe close-ish, mid-closest range, and you're trying to play against the Sea Viper here, and she does like, again, some sort of block string into like a Thunder Knuckle feint. Maybe she goes into a block string, like a button into the Seismo, or button into the burn kick, right? Or if she thinks like, oh, you're going to immediately retaliate against me, I'm going to go ahead and go into button into the new focus armor move, and then, call you out for you instantly retaliating. So there's like these compounding options that the Sea Viper player is going to commit to and overwhelm you with. It's not only you have to think immediately, what do I respond with against what I think the Sea Viper is going to be doing, but also it's going to be doing it at a sort of fast-paced, like you've got to immediately do it, because if you were to hold back and do nothing, then the Sea Viper player is just going to go with the crazy button, feint, button, walk up, throw, button, burn, kick, cross up, whatever. They're just going to run amok against you if you don't respond in some way or fashion. So as far as her difficulty goes, because that's probably going to be the biggest aspect that people are probably going to want to figure out on, is with these feint cancel combos that we saw against the Guile, is the execution gonna be, as close to Street Fighter 4, or at least be like the hardest execution character out of the entire cast? And for me, I don't know. I could certainly believe in a sense where her feint cancel stuff is, in terms of difficulty, similar to Ed's kill rush follow-up kind of difficulty, where if you want to get the late kill rush, right, to be able to combo into heavy blitz, then there is some sort of execution dexterity, that kind of thing. Even though it's not really that hard in the grand scheme of things, there is some sort of practice and execution involved with it, so that you can consistently get the late kill rush follow-up, right, and not get the early kill rush follow-up, which doesn't allow you to get into heavy blitz, at least from a standing fierce, right? So her feint cancel combos probably might not be as difficult as maybe we suspect, but I want to say that the main difficulty coming from Sea Viper is going to be from resource management, because I don't think there's really any character, maybe besides Luke with his EX Fireball, where you could follow up and use more drive meter, or I guess Terry level 2 to cash out for more damage. But I don't think there's really a character that has multiple moves that allow you to get extra benefits by sacrificing a bar of drive gauge. And because she has so many options with that, with the follow-ups to her special moves and the super jump costing a bar of drive gauge, that the resource management aspect of Sea Viper is more than likely going to be what's the most difficult for her. The difficulty with her is going to be, okay, if I expend a good chunk of my drive meter to do all these follow-ups, do my super jumps, if I do end up getting in a block string against Ryu, I'm dead. I'm gonna be in burnout in the next second here, and I'm going to die by getting DI'd with no meter. So I think the drive management resource aspect for Sea Viper is what's probably gonna make her the most difficult out of everyone in the cast, rather than anything execution-wise. Well, this has been the Yuckster. Thank you very much for all of you watching this video. I hope we are all excited for the Sea Viper drop, I believe in October sometime. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. See you around.